Friends, today we are doing the zero order reaction. See, suppose I have first I have considered this general reaction. Here, this A reactant is converting into P product. Suppose this is the initial concentration at time t equal to 0. So this is the concentration of your reactant. So now we have not started that reaction. That is why your concentration of product is 0. Now this is the concentration after time t in between the reaction. So now we have gained some amount of product. So this I have written as X. So now the concentration for the reactant will be initial concentration minus X minus the product concentration. Now the thing is, if you want to write the rate for the reactant and product, then in my last video also I told you, for the reactants generally we write in this way, minus d by dt of reactant concentration. This is in terms of reactant, and in terms of product you can write plus d by dt in concentration of your product X, right? So this is the rate this is the way of writing the rate for the reactant and product. Now we know that the rate of reaction, that is directly proportional to the concentration of the reactant, right? So you can write it as rate of reaction K naught or K A minus X, because the rate of reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of your reactant raised to power n. Because we have taken this zero order reaction, means this n will be equal to 0. Okay, and you can say that rate of reaction, when you will put here n is equal to 0, so it will become K naught A minus X raised to power 0. Means rate of reaction is independent of the concentration of the reactants. Okay, or simply you can write it as K naught. Okay, so now we have this expression that dx by dt is equal to K naught. Then when you will integrate on both sides, then what will you get? You will get this X is equal to K naught T plus C. This will be the expression after integration. Now here C is the integrating constant, and if you want to know the value of this constant, so you need to suppose that when t is equal to 0, so your X will also be 0. Means your reaction has not started yet, so the concentration of product will be 0, obviously. So now C will also be 0, right? So now if you will put the value of C is equal to 0, your equation will be X is equal to K naught T, or you can write it as X by T is equal to K naught. K naught is the rate constant. Okay, now the thing is sometimes they are asking the unit of rate constant for the different orders. So now for zero order we have this expression K naught is equal to X by T. So we know that X is the concentration, it will be measured in mole per liter, and T generally we measure in second, right? So this will be the unit for the rate constant of zero order. What is that? Mole per liter per time or second. Okay, this is the unit. Now I am telling you some features of the zero order reaction, some characteristic of the zero order reaction. If you will see that the graph between concentration and time, this is the concentration on y-axis, this is the time axis. So this will be the graph that your concentration is independent of the your concentration means that rate of reaction is independent of the your reactants, right? Now the second is that in zero order reaction, your rate constant that will be equal to the rate of reaction. rate constant will be equal to the rate of reaction at all concentrations. These are the characteristics for zero order reaction. Now, one more important thing is half-life period. What is that half-life period? So first we will do its definition. Definition is the time during which the initial concentration, suppose this is A, then it will be reduced to half, means A by 2. That is your half-life period. Now if we want to calculate this half-life period, so first I am writing the expression for rate constant, that already we have done now. That is your K is equal to x by T, or T is equal to x by K, right, in terms of time. Now we need that half-life time. So when T is equal to T half, then obviously your concentration, product concentration, that will also be half of the initial concentration. Suppose initial concentration is A, so when the time will be half, your concentration will also be half. So when you will put half, means A by 2, then you will get this. This is the equation. Okay, when you will put the value of T and A by T and X, then you will get T half is equal to A by 2K. So this is the expression for half-life. So students, please like and share this video. Please subscribe our channel, and you can join our Facebook group, that is also by the name Chem Club. The link is given in the description box. Thanks for watching.